What is going on, everybody? All right, Martinsville is in the books. Let's take a look at the finishing order, and maybe they will have the driver point standings up. Not up as of yet, at least according to JSki, which is where I normally get them from because they have the full printouts of the point standings. But we don't have an updated driver's points yet, but we do have the finishing order, and we'll just go bottom to top here, talking about the stories. Austin Cindric, going to be your man finishing last. First on Earth 2, had a little bit of a battery issue, and apparently Team Penske had run out of batteries. They didn't have any more to put in the car, so they had to retire the car at lap 363. So he ends up in last place. In front of him, going to be Burt Myers in the second to last position. In the C3 Chevrolet there, number 50 car. So not the run Burt Myers was looking for. Also not the run Casey Mears was looking for either in the 66, just in front of Burt Myers, both on lap 389, 388 for Burt Myers, actually. Shane Van Gisbergen lost the wheel there. He ended up doing 394 laps of the 400. A good track for him. He finished 12th here last year in his start here. Could not find that same magic today. And the third team for Trackhouse has just not been good. They have not been where they need to be championship wise. This team, the 88 team, seems to always be a step behind the rest of the cars, except for, I guess, that one road course. I can't really remember which one it was, but he was good there. But other than that, it's not been a whole lot to write home about in the 88 car. Just a new team for Trackhouse, but they definitely need to get it in order over there. Cole Custer, same thing, basically new team for Haas. You would think they've got the best stuff over there, but a disappointing day after a good qualifying effort for Cole Custer. Also 394 laps, just like SVG. Josh Berry, the contact on pit road, his day was never the same after that. Contact with the 23 car on pit road. He had a good car up until that point, but was never the same after that contact. Riley Herbst, of course, with the spin out there, the 35 finishing in 32nd. Cody Ware ends up in 31st. Noah Gregson, the contact with the 17, cost him his day here today. 397 laps of 400 for Noah in the A&W Root Beer Ford Mustang. Justin Haley comes home in 29th place in the Gamebridge Chevrolet. Alex Bowman, very disappointing day for Alex Bowman. Looked like he had a lot of speed. Just never could get it going. 28th place, started third for the Ally Chevrolet. Build Submarines, another poor finish for Brad Keselowski. And that talk is going to get louder and louder over there that RFK is not having the season that a lot of people expected them to have, at least in the 6 car for sure. John Hunter Nemechek ends up in 26th in the Family Dollar Toyota there for Legacy Motor Club. Chris Buescher in the 25th position, so another RFK car in the top 20, in the 25 or lower position. Eric Jones ends up in 24th. AJ Allmendinger in 23rd in the Black's Tire Chevrolet for Colleague. William Byron, another surprising Hendrick entry here. Liberty University Chevrolet ends up in 22nd position, qualified, I think, in the 10th place, if I'm not mistaken. And ends up running 22nd here. A lot of people expected a lot better day out of him. Daniel Suarez, 21st position for Trackhouse. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. ends up 20th. Carson Hocevar, 19th. Looked like he had a lot of speed here in practice and stuff like that, but ends up, in the 19th position there for Carson Hocevar after kind of a poor qualifying effort. Austin Dillon started 18th, finished 18th. So that's kind of where his car was at. Kyle Busch started 12th. They had some problems. I don't know what was going on with pit road, but another pit road issue for the 8 car. He started in 12th here, ends up in 17th. Not the day they wanted, but not a terrible day either, all things considered. Zane Smith in the Long John Silver's Ford, he tattooed at one point Ty Gibbs. After Ty Gibbs got spun, I guess, by the 45. I think Ty Gibbs had something to say about the 45 over the radio, but after the race, he had obviously calmed down because he just went over there and had a conversation with him. But he ends up, Zane Smith ends up in the 16th position. Ty Dillon ends up in the 15th position. So good run for Ty Dillon. 15th, top 15, always a good day, no matter who you are. For the most part, unless you're one of the elite teams. But good run for Colleague here. Ty Dillon, 15th. Good run for him. Tyler Reddick ends up in a 14th place. The aforementioned Tyler Reddick, who got involved with Ty Gibbs, who, guess what? Ty Gibbs was right in front of him in 13th position in the Monster Energy. And like I just mentioned, they had a conversation afterwards because Ty Gibbs did not appreciate the way he was raced by Tyler Reddick, but obviously it calmed down enough after the race that it wasn't an issue. Michael McDowell brings it home here in 12th for the Spire Motorsports number 71. Rockingham Speedway is back Chevrolet. Advanced Auto Parts, Ryan Blaney, the 11th spot for the 12th car, or for the 12th car after qualifying in 32nd position. Todd Gilliland in the 34 ends up in 10th place. Chase Briscoe in 9th place here in the Bass Pro Shops Toyota. Joey Logano in 8th place for the Shell Pennzoil Ford. Then you got Ryan Preece, your fastest of the RFK cars. So you got two RFK cars that absolutely struggled today. And then you got Ryan Preece, who seemed like he didn't have any issues at all. So it's just kind of been a weird season for RFK. They can usually get one car to run really well, but the other two cars are struggling. I don't know if they're doing an R&D thing or what's going on over there, but it's really weird when one car runs really good and the other ones don't. Speaking of which, Ross Chastain finishing in 6th. And of course, none of his teammates anywhere near the top 10. Daniel Suarez in 20th. And we already mentioned SVG way down the list there with his issues as well. But Ross Chastain made the most of it, had a really fast race car today, ends up in the 6th position. Kyle Larson looked like he had a pretty good long run car. Same thing for Chase Elliott, but we never really got a long run toward the end of this race. So no telling how that would have played out. But by far, the class of the field today were the Toyotas. It looked like as far as this race went. And Bubba Wallace ends up in 3rd place after qualifying in 8th. Christopher Bell, your pole sitter, almost gets the job done, finishing in 2nd place. And by far, the man who seemed to have dominated this race, leading 274 laps, James Dennis Allen Hamlin, putting the Progressive Toyota in victory lane, the Petty Blue. Number 11 going to victory lane pretty early on in their relationship. And as of right now, it looks like Jayski has not or does not have an update on the points. So I can't give you the update on the driver's point standings. Oh, nope, never mind. I take that back. As I was speaking, literally, as I was speaking, updated it. And we do have the update. So here it is. William Byron continues to be your points leader. He is 17 points above Kyle Larson right now. So that lead shrank a little bit. Chase Elliott, now the 3rd place man in the points at minus 33, minus 35 in the 4th place position is going to be Christopher Bell. Alex Bowman, 36 points away from 1st place in 5th place now. Denny Hamlin with the win. Now not only locked into the playoffs, but he is only minus 42 to the leader, sitting in 6th place. Then you got Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney rounding out your top 10 in points. And then 11 through 16, if the playoffs started today after Martinsville, would be Chris Buescher, Chase Briscoe, Ross Chastain, Ryan Preece, Michael McDowell, and Kyle Busch. Your last man in should the playoffs start today, which they don't. Outside looking in, going to be AJ Allmendinger, Josh Berry, John Hunter Nemechek, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Eric Jones in the 21st position. So there you go. That's a look at the point situation as it stands right now. Now let's jump into the chat and see what you guys want to talk about. I do have a poll question up. Has the Goodyear tire fixed this car at Martinsville? 42% saying yes, 58% saying no early on. So we'll see how that one plays out. P8 for the reigning champion, the sliced one, says Jamie Schweitzer. Yeah, he got Chase Briscoe, and he got past Briscoe there at the end. So Chase Briscoe either going to have look like an all-star or just going to have a Chase Briscoe moment here and there, driving over aggressively, of course, is what I'm saying, a Chase Briscoe moment. But he collected the 22 able to rally. Who knows how it would have played out if the 22 had its track position, because getting all the way back to 8th from basically starting into the longest line or whatever, I don't know, man. 22 looked like he had a car there, so I don't know. Maybe it could have been different if it all played out differently, but who knows? But yeah, tough day for the 22 for sure. Ryan Preece literally carrying RFK. Yeah, Ryan Preece has been the man the last couple of weekends. There's no doubt. Maybe more than that. I know the last two for sure. Fantasy with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finish today, says one wise guy. I wasn't too far behind you. I had a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8th place finish today. So good day for me in fantasy. Good day for wise guy in fantasy as well. I liked Hamlin's odds, says one wise guy. I did too. He hadn't won there in a long time, and he gets around this place pretty good. And eventually, Toyota was going to figure it back out. So it looks like Toyota has the slight advantage at Martinsville as it stands right now. Last couple of years, it looked like it had been Ford and Hendrick that had it figured out. Toyota found a little something here today with this tire. How about Joey called Ross a jackass after the race? Can't believe he moved to the bottom lane when he had a chance, says Dirty Def. I didn't follow. I mean, I knew they were obviously not happy with each other, but it was interesting that Joey Logano and having an issue with Ross Chastain there, but not super surprising. It's Martinsville, tempers flare. I don't think there's going to be too much about it. Just like Ty Gibbs had an issue with Tyler Reddick at the end of the race, they talked it out. It wasn't too big of a deal. You just get a little hot under the collar with that helmet on. That's awesome, says one wise guy. What's up, BB? What's up in between the lanes? Tires sort of help, but something is still missing, says Shah. So Shah says he still wants to see a little something here at Martinsville. I thought overall it was a good race. There was some good passing. Like you just had a whole lot of cautions, and it just sort of changed things up. Let me take a look real quick. How many cautions did we have? 10 cautions for 86 laps. So whoever did the over-under at 13, it ended up being the under, but 10 cautions for 86 laps. So not too bad as far as the lap count goes for the cautions. And of course, 2 of those were for stage breaks. So really only 8 cautions. But those cautions kind of fell at really, I don't know. They just made it. I'm not going to say it fell at weird times, but it made for some interesting strategy. You had some different people up front with old tires and stuff like that going on, which did make it interesting there for a little while. But I think the tire fall off helped significantly. Maybe it does still need a little something, but who knows? Tires are way too hard. Then he had 120 lap old tires and did a victory burnout through the whole track, and all the tires are still up, says Escobar. Bumblebee saying Joey can shut up. He's one of those that can give it, but he can't take it types, says B. Denny Hamlin continues to make a lot of progressive. Oh, I got you. Denny Hamlin makes a lot of progress with today's win. Says in between the lanes, yeah, for sure. Gets locked into the playoffs, so that is definitely the big thing. So now he can go into R&D mode should he choose to, and that's going to be super helpful for him trying to get that first ever championship for the 11 over there. And of course, he flashed the flag 11 against the world. Harkens back to he was at the Ohio State game for the national championship, where it was Ohio State versus the world. And if you are a hip hop fan, of course, Tupac, It's Me Against the World. Very famous song for him, which I think is where the whole thing, honestly, probably started. If we really have to get down to the nuts and bolts of it. Set my new personal best on Martinsville hot dogs today. I made 16 out of the Mega Wiener Pack. Had all of them down by stage 3. Had to Uber Eats Costco foot-long 1-pound weenies. And I took down 7/8 of them, says John Peace. John P., the Glizzy Gobbler, remaining undefeated in his Glizzy Gobbling campaign in Martinsville. Denny's car was on fire during the celebration. So, yeah, that's going to make for some cool imagery. No doubt about that with the car being on fire and he was celebrating on top of it. You're going to get some good pictures. There's going to be some good photos that come out of that. No doubt about it. I'm sweating out recycled hot dog water, and I'm going to drink some Pepto-Bismol with my next 5 or 6 tequila shots to calm down my belly. It is roaring. I'm sure. Nothing calms the digestive tract like some shots of tequila, I guess. Kamikazes, anyone? Kamikazes. Drink responsibly. Let's see. Noah Gregson, better learn. You don't mess around with Prosper, Texas own. Chris Busher says in between the lanes. We'll see. Look like for all the money in the world that Chris Busher was at fault there in the Noah Gregson deal. At least as far as I saw it. Olbo Cephas, you never know what you're going to get with that wild card. Yeah, he's going to be another Chase Briscoe, Robbie Gordon type. He's either going to look like a world beater or super streaky at the very least. And then some days he's going to look like the car is just not in the racetrack at all. Reddick and Gibbs combined is my actual height. I am a tall king, says John P. There you go, John P. Saying that he is at least, 8 feet tall because Reddick and Gibbs are, 4 something. Let's see. Bowman got a speeding penalty and never could overcome it, says Bumblebee. Okay, so Bowman got the speeding penalty on pit road. I was wondering what happened to him. Various points of this race I paid more attention to than others. I won't lie to you. I was just waiting for the last stage because I knew that's when it got serious. I've sort of At this point in the stage game, I no longer pay attention to the stages except to see who gets the stage points. So I need to tighten up on that and start making my notes again so I can stay on top of it. But appreciate you for picking it up there, B. BB, you can pre-order Riley Herbst Chumba Casino's diecast as well. I added the Wallace Jr. and Reddick version along with Herbst version to the diecast scroll. So there you go. Chumba Gaming, if you want the Riley Herbst 35, it is available for pre-order. Hopefully they actually make it. Denny Hamlin beat your favorite driver again and back-to-back top threes for Bubba Wallace, says Lovey Barkley. So there you go. Definitely, this is one of Bubba's best tracks. That's why I had him in the fantasy lineup for sure. So not super surprising there. But yeah, for sure. And not surprising that Denny Hamlin won either, but Toyota dominating the way that they dominated. I think that did take a few people by surprise, but we also didn't get that really long run that you're accustomed to at Martinsville as well. So it would have been interesting to see if we got a long run. Did they have the long run speed or did they not have it? 11 versus the world says in between the lanes, Pickle Todd with a top 10. Indeed. Pickle Todrick with another top 10. So shout out to the Grillo's Pickles man for sure. How are people voting? I know the last two Martinsville races have been goated with this car, says Thunder. Yes, B, love to see it, says Thunder. Thunder Strikes because a good race with a bad car is a relative thing. The car is still the problem, says Charlotte. So Charlotte, speaking for a lot of people that just don't like the way that this car races, and you can cover it up and make it race better with a tire. However, they still don't necessarily like the way this car races. So that's kind of what I was looking for with the poll. And it looks like a slight skew toward that people still just don't like the car, even though this tire helped it out quite a bit. It looked like in this race. This fan base will never be happy with anything, says Bumblebee. Larissa saying, I'm so happy. I took Denny for the win. I can't wait to see the race win diecast. It will be cool with all the tire damage and hopefully confetti, says Larissa. I also think it would be really cool, like maybe if they could put some flames right there, or sort of like they've got these plastic flames that they can do now. At least Hasbro does for certain stuff that they make. It would be cool if they could somehow find a way to get the flames in there from where the car was on fire when Denny Hamlin was celebrating. I think that would be really cool too if they could figure out a way to do it properly, not just put a sticker of fire on there. That would be pretty lame. But if they could get some actual something to put in the tailpipe there, or the side pipe, I guess, for these cars. David McSwain saying, "Hey BB, everyone, okay race. Still needs something to be done to the car," says David McSwain. Yeah, I can 100% see that. I do think the tire helped significantly. I'll take the improvement as far as the tire goes. I do think the car still needs to travel more. I still think that having those rider blocks at the bottom of it are hurting it just a little bit at short tracks and road courses for that matter. How many Marty dogs did you take down and delete today, BB? I am the Glizzy God. Well, I'm doing Lent, John P. So I ate exactly zero. I gobbled exactly zero glizzies. I didn't even go to Martinsville today for the first time in about 6 years. So I took a L as far as that one goes. No Martinsville hot dogs so far this season, but we can once Lent's over, maybe we can go get some Jesse James hot dogs, which is all they are to begin with, and we can catch up on lost time. I don't know. They say smoking a cigarette takes 5 seconds off your life, so it's got to be at least 5 seconds for each hot dog as well. So 5 seconds per Jesse Jones hot dog. Joey blaming that on Ross. I think Ross didn't do anything wrong. All he did was get out from the outside lane to move to the bottom. Joey said he didn't blame Briscoe for trying to ship him, says Dirty Death. Okay, so that's so Joey didn't care about the Briscoe incident, which is interesting. I don't think Briscoe even tried to ship him so much as Briscoe just missed the corner a little bit there. Give John Hunter Nemechek a shout out, 20th in points right now, says Thunder. Yeah, so that is good for him compared to where Legacy was at last year, but he was so much higher. He was in the top 10 at one point, and he has just steadily dropped. So hopefully they can find some more consistency over there on the 42 for Legacy Motor Club. I love how Harvick keeps saying they didn't use the rub and bump in racing, says Massey Ferguson. Yeah, so that's a good point. So before he even got to the Cup Series, when he was racing late models, he was referred to as the Bakersfield Bulldozer, or the Bakersfield Bulldozer. So I don't know what he's talking about either. Like, it's so weird. I don't know what angle he's trying to get with that. If he's just trying to get drivers to clean it up, if maybe he's trying to send a message to his son to don't drive like I drove when I was younger. There's all kinds of things that could possibly be at play without being able to ask him directly, which I can't. Uh, I don't know, but he used the bumper quite often. Like everybody in the mid in the not everybody, but a lot of people in the 90s and 80s used the bumper quite often. So yeah, I didn't get that statement either. Good call there, Massey. As I like to say, this is James Dennis Allen Hamlin's home track along with Richmond. Yeah, so he won the race today, and from the sound on the TV, not as many boos as normal, but still, after he celebrated and the interview was over with Jamie Little, you did hear the boos. You just didn't hear him at first. They waited until after he did his victory lane interview to do all the booing there. So I thought that was a little bit interesting. Did you see Christopher Bell was livid about the kids in Xfinity? Says Jamie Schweitzer. Yeah, so I don't look. I don't think what happened in the Xfinity series or even what happened in the truck series is good for the sport. But I've been saying that for a while. I don't know why everybody is so livid about it right now. Maybe this is the straw that broke the camel's back. But how is this any different than any other Martinsville race in the last 10 years in the Xfinity series or any Martinsville race in the last 10 years in the truck series? They normally all turn into shit fests at the end, like 9 times out of 10, I would say. So I don't know why everybody is so amped up about this one. Do we not have a like part of me, like part of my brain is like we don't have a storyline. Like NASCAR is trying to generate storylines, social media, regular media, mainstream media. They're trying to generate storylines. So they're trying to make this a storyline. But to be totally honest with you, and I said this in the Discord, I think I was talking to B or Thunder about it, or maybe Jesse. But never have I seen so much made over so little. It was an aggressive move. It was a dirty move. But we've seen this 100 times, and this they're making so much. I've seen a lot worse ones. I'll put it to you that way, and they're making such a big deal out of this one that I don't know. I don't get it, man. It's no different than any other race, but all of a sudden, I don't know. Did everybody just finally decide to watch an Xfinity Series race at Martinsville last night? I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. This is the way the last like I would say 8 out of 10 Martinsville races have gone in the Xfinity and Truck Series. So yeah, I don't like it, but like it's been like that for a long time. Is why is it all of a sudden everybody's raging about it? I don't understand it. I don't get it. That insurance money making a difference, says Dave McSwain. Indeed, he got that progressive money now, and he's ready to go win some races. There's the merch link there, drop from one wise guy if you want to check out the merch, t-shirts, hats, stickers, and sweatshirts if you'd like to get one. The leader was two OP, only one pass for the lead all race, says Dirty Def. So there you go. If you were watching the race for the lead, there was definitely not a lot of action up there for sure. Crazy stat here, 40 of the last 41 races at Martinsville have been won by 4 teams, SHR, HMS, Joe Gibbs Racing, and Penske. The only team win not by them was Kevin Harvick for RCR in 2011, a race that I didn't go to. I really wish I could have seen Kevin Harvick win Martinsville. But alas, skipped that one. And today I skipped this one and missed James Dennis Allen Hamlin winning, but I've seen him win there before. So not as bummed out about this one for sure. I sleep, but I step in when people step over. It says, hi, Gloctopus. I got you, my friend. No doubt about that. Also, Hambone got the fastest lap of the day. No surprise, but I figured I'd mention it. Oh, appreciate you playing. I got you. I see what you're saying now, Glock. Appreciate you for playing goalie there, my friend. Also, Hambone got the fastest lap today. No surprise, but figured I'd mention it. This says Thunderstrike. So there you go. One extra bonus point, or however many bonus points you get for the fastest lap. I don't keep track of it, nor I don't know. Not one of them things I really track as far as that goes, but you do get some bonus points for it. Best finish this year for Tyler Rocket Gibbs, indeed, and he probably would have had a little bit better of a finish if it hadn't been for the contact with the 45 earlier on in the race. Glock, you beat me to it, says B. So there you go. Playing goalie, B and Gloctopus. Who can get to him first? I appreciate you guys for sure. And one wise guy as well, who's also dropped the Discord link. So if you want to join the Discord, we talk about this and that. I jumped in there a little bit during the race today. Not as active as I normally am today, but I tried to get in there a little bit. Denny will say the tire worked, says Negative Squirrel. Yeah, if I won the race, I'd be saying it's the perfect tire. We should never change it, so I don't have to change my setup. I had Me Against the World album back in the day. Dear Mama was a jam, says Dirty Death. Yeah, that was one of Tupac's better albums. No doubt about it. I like your style. I like your taste in music, my friend. I don't need to bump. I meant, says Massey Ferguson. Yeah, for sure. I knew what you meant. But yeah, doing the old bump and run and stuff. Kevin Harvick, like I said, used that move more than once himself, just getting up to Cup, allegedly. Looking forward to actions detrimental. And DBC says Negative Squirrel. So there you go. He's looking forward to the podcast action tomorrow with your race winner, James Ennis Allen Hamlin, the law firm. Bubba took the family to McDonald's after the race. Sources tell me, yeah, I got some. What's his meal? Chicken nuggets with a Dr. Pepper. I think that's his meal at McDonald's. Cheating Yoders, says one wise guy. So there you go. Whenever the Toyotas win, of course, there is the contingent that are like them cheating Yoders for sure. Let's see. John Bradburn, what's up, my friend? Thanks for being on here as always. Did Bubba get a top 10 again? Says Jamie Schweitzer. Yeah, he finished third. I'm thinking. He was running second for most of the race, but I think he ended up in third. I think Seabell got around him, and I think Seabell stayed there to the end. Nice race between Seabell, Bubba Wallace, and Chase Elliott there at the end for that finishing position. So, yeah, P3 for Bubba there, says Bumblebee. Michael Waltrip to the Cincinnati Reds. He got that bat with the rocket fuel, says Galactopus. There you go. Michael Waltrip going to be a Cincinnati Red because he's got the rocket fuel bat. Break hard, a Cincinnati Reds fan, will be excited about that as well. Let's see, was it Martinsville or Richmond that Kenseth and Logano got into it? Kenseth and Logano was Martinsville for sure. Did you watch Junior's? Did you catch Junior's tweet yesterday about the integrity of Martinsville and how it should be protected after the Xfinity race? Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's cool, and I don't disagree with the statement, but like, for the past 10 years, where has all this outrage for how people drive at Martinsville been? So maybe because it was one of his drivers involved in it, maybe he was sending a message that way. Maybe that was part of it. But like in general, where has this outrage been for the Martinsville finishes for the last decade? Because they've been driving like this for a decade in the Xfinity series. That's the only, and I'm not disagreeing with their opinion. I'm just saying my question to them is, what about the other 10 years? Like, why weren't you mad about them? Nice to have an option tire today. Says old home guy. So, well, they just had the softer tire today. No option. How often did the option tire was the tire, I guess is what we should say. How often did we see tires fall off with 5 lugs? I'm just saying, says like dislike. Never. You just had a loose wheel and you rode around with it. So it is what it is. The manufacturers wanted the car to look more like a street car, but they still don't have a really good explanation for why going with one single lug nut other than it's fast and tighter and it's safer. But there's more wheels coming off, so the safer thing can be debated. It's safer in certain situations or more secure in certain situations, I should say. Interestingly enough, and passenger cars still have at least 5 lug. Well, do they still make the 4 lug nut cars? Maybe the little smaller cars still have 4 lug nuts, but for the most part, passenger cars have 5 lug nuts or more when you get into the heavy duty truck sector. This will be an unpopular opinion with you and everyone here. I feel until they make this car a lot better, then Martinsville should be limited to 1 race a year and give 1 back to Dover, says Escobar. Nope. It's not unpopular with me. It might be unpopular with some other people, but I think every track except for Daytona and Talladega should get 1 race. And with the exception of Charlotte, if they keep the Roval, because that's a totally different course. But I'm with you. Every track should have 1 race, and that's it. And that way you spread the races out to more racetracks and stuff like that. And I think it would be super good as far as that goes. But yeah, I'm with you on that, and it has nothing to do with this race at all or this car. Like in general, I feel like that's fair. You get the sport out to more people, and that's just the better way to do it. Like Rockingham and Wilkesboro could have been back a long time ago if every track only had 1 race. And if you have only one race, you're more than likely going to sell it out. And if you can't sell out your 1 race of the year and make that the biggest event, the biggest spectacle in that area, then you don't deserve that race, and they'll take that race and move it somewhere else. So that's kind of where I stand on that, except for Talladega and Daytona, just because they're so unique on their own. John P., respect on Lent. Good for you. If it's 5 seconds per hot dog off my life, early map means I will be dead in a couple of weeks. I delete glizzies at home, 7-Eleven, street meat stands, raw and uncooked. So when you give it to John P., give it to him raw. Shimmy, shimmy, yah. Let's see. Denny Hamlin, last win before today was Dover 2024, and I was there. So There you go. In between the lanes. He was at Dover for the last Denny win, and he watched this one on TV. So there you go, bringing great luck to the number 11 and Toyota gang. Joe Gibbs Racing test driver in between the lanes. Put some respect on his name. Rocket lanes, as it were. Yes, this wasn't a great race, but much better than last night's disaster, says Napa Racing fan. Yeah, so there were a lot of cautions here, but nothing near the disaster for sure. 11 against the world, says Napa Racing fans. Yeah, I feel like if Denny Hamlin prints the 11 against the world t-shirt, he's going to sell a bunch of those because that's just a cool slogan. It's always been a cool phrase, even since I guess the 90s when Tupac dropped the album. So he'll sell some good merch. I feel like if he goes ahead and drops that, and I'm sure the t-shirt will be up tonight probably before this stream is over. Like dislike, I would love for them to go back to 5 lug nuts. I think a lot of people would. Probably will never happen, but never say never. Early prediction: Christopher Bell dominates Darlington Xfinity Series race. Says in between the lanes, it could happen. It could happen. He's been good this season so far, so wouldn't surprise me. Denny Hamlin also continues the non-B drivers. The Killer Bees are on a 2-race slump, so the Killer Bees need to get it going here again. Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin have thwarted them in their effort to take over the season. Chase Elliott cleaned the dude out in the Truck Series race at a road course. They've been racing like this for a while, says Robert Stone. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why all of a sudden it's such a big deal to like this weekend. Like, I guess nothing else was going on and people could really focus in on it. Like, did it happen after all the Final Four games or, to get the Final Four games? I don't know. Was it like the perfect storm where everybody saw it this time? I can't answer that. I don't know why this time is such a big deal and all the other times were just mild grumbling. It's beyond. I don't understand it, and I don't know. Maybe my life is going so good, and I said this in the early one. Maybe my life is going so good that just stuff just no longer bothers me. So I don't know. I don't know. Had Josh Berry to win, didn't age well, but would have liked to seen that. Could have done without the mechanical trouble, says Waltrip Flair. Yeah, for sure. People mad at Sammy Smith because of the number on his car. Doesn't make sense now, says doesn't it make sense now, says Bumblebee. So there you go. Maybe Junior was mad about that too. He put the 8s on somebody who drives rough or whatever. So we will see. A lot to play out. Did you say you were doing Lent? Says Aaron Flynn. I am doing Lent. I'm doing some merch for Iowa and New Hampshire this year. Grow the channel and become certified bologna legend. I eat bologna sandwiches for breakfast, number 1, and at 3 a.m. since I'm hungry then, says John P. So John P. getting the post midnight snack, the little 3 a.m. glizzy burger. Nothing wrong with that. Say Kyle, listening while I drive. A moment of silence for the poor showing by the 24 team. Yeah, just not the weekend he was looking for. Unfortunately, just didn't look good all day. I don't know exactly what all happened, but not where you wanted to be. But you can hide your solace and you can have your solace in this. You're still the points leader by 17 points, my friend. So that regular season championship still under the 24 car control. What's up, Elise? Good to see you on here. Wise guy saying what's up as well. Hamlin always seems to win races while managing tires means the most, says Elise. Indeed. And I really would have liked to seen Josh Berry not have trouble because he's really good at that too. Ryan Blaney looked like he had a long run car, never got a long run. A lot of things could have gone differently in this one, but they didn't. So, but overall, I thought it was a pretty good race, but still this car at short tracks remains to be, needs a few tweaks. We'll say that, but the tire certainly helped it out as much as it can be helped out. I think you're getting the most you can get out of this tire as far as helping this car. And now I think you need to figure out what needs to be done to that car. And we all know what it is. You got to do something with the underbody, but NASCAR doesn't want to do that because it's probably going to cost a lot of money in their opinion. So I don't know. It's racing. It all costs a lot of money. So at the end of the day, it just needs to be fixed. And somebody needs to swallow their pride as far as that goes. BD, thoughts on Bush's day? He had a solid day. It was an average day. RCR not typically good at Martinsville. So you don't want to be like, oh, we got a 16th or wherever. I think he finished somewhere around 16th or 17th there. You don't want to be going home and maybe 18th crowing about having a run like that. But it's not it's not the end of the world either. So you didn't necessarily lose a ton of points. Yeah, he finished 17th. Austin Dillon finished 18th. So not the worst day you could have. Didn't get any stage points, I don't think. So it is what it is. Toyota did their homework, says Tim Race. Indeed, they were tired of getting beat at Martinsville, and they put in the homework. So we'll see. BB's favorite word is allegedly. For legal reasons, that is one of my favorite words. Allegedly, in between the lanes, for sure. Allegedly, my favorite word is allegedly. Joseph Wooten, as Chase Elliott fan, happy with a good finish. Also frustrated because it feels like they gave the race away. Yeah, you know, you make a call, and if you make a call and when it goes your way, you're an absolute genius. You make a call and it doesn't go your way, it's fire the crew chief. We should have done something different. So that's the way it goes. But had a fast car. They brought a good race car to the track. I still feel like he had a long run car compared to a short run car. So I think he needed a long run to make something happen. And you just never really got a bunch of those today. How do you feel about Eric Jones' chances at Darlington next week? A Legacy is much improved, and that is an Eric Jones track if a Eric Jones track has ever existed. So I give him as good a chance as he's had since he's gotten into a Toyota, and almost as good a chance as he's had since he had that rocket ship there with his last year, I think, with Chevrolet in the Focus Factor Chevrolet. I think when NASCAR put a cap on the Cup driver starts and running in lower series, they lost a lot of sponsorship. Could be. You never know. Yes, Chastain and Dillon didn't manipulate the finish, says Speedway Anywhere. So there you go. He's voting yes because nobody manipulated the outcome of the race, allegedly. Larson and Reddick will likely be front runners next week, says Napa Racing Fan. Could be. I haven't looked at the stats for that one yet, so I'll check that one. When we look at it here, Eric always a threat at Darlington, says B. Indeed, he is. He's really good there, no doubt about that. I'd be okay with giving the Martinsville spring date to Rockingham, possibly, says Napa Racing Fan. Yeah, that would be one way to get Rockingham in there for sure. You keep it in the same, not the same area, but the same general region, the southeast. So that would make a lot of people happy. 4x4, 5 lug, normal trucks, or 4 lug Toyota wise, says one wise guy. So there you go. I just don't know about the new ones. I don't know if the new ones are still 4 lug, like a 2023. I think they're all 5 lug now, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Been a hot minute. 2018 since I bought a last new one, and just recently got rid of it. So and that's part of the reason I'm not at Martinsville. Maybe send a truck and Xfinity Martinsville date to Montreal for next year, says Napa Racing Fan. I think Montreal is going to get a race date anyway. There's just too much buzz about that. I think they've already got a Xfinity race. I just don't know about the truck series just yet. Noah Gregson enjoyed some A&W root beer, sources tell me. I'm pretty sure he enjoyed at least a can or two this week. Update, Eric Jones DQ'd, not reaching minimum weight. Oh, my God. Disaster for Legacy. Shades of Alex Bowman last season at the same track, if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't it Martinsville last season? Did he have this happen? So I might be wrong about that, but it definitely was Alex Bowman that was underweight last year. Rocket Lanes, I like that. Team manager BB, indeed, Rocket Lanes is in the house. Let's see. Hamlin wins, and Jones, Dillon cars to R&D. So there you go. Okay, which Dillon? I don't know, but one of the Dillon cars is going to R&D. Oh, that sucks. Thunder, says wise guy. Yeah, it does. Ty Dillon. Okay, it's Ty Dillon, not Austin Dillon. Appreciate you. Thunder picked it up before I even had to say anything. Yeah, well, I said something, but he picked it up before I picked it up, I should say. Rest in peace, Eric Jones, says Bumblebee. Yeah, it's going to be another no points day for Eric Jones after he made some progress there. He was in the top 20 in points. So let's see. After this one, he was going to be 21st in points. So that's actually going to drop him quite a bit. Oh yeah, like it's a tight battle there for all of them. A bunch of guys in the 30s. It's going to drop him to at least 26th, 27th, or 28th at the best. That's the best you can hope for. So unfortunate there. Good finish for Briscoe. Our work is coming along, BB. Indeed. As long as he stops hitting curves, he will take full advantage of your setups that you gifted him. Legacy Motor Club continuing to have a failing legacy, sadly, says Napa Racing Fan. Did they say why he failed? Tech says at least, underweight, according to Thunder there. So it looks like he was underweight. How long has there been a mini Kyle Larson cardboard behind you? Oh, for a long ever it came with the big one. So I got the big one and the little one came with the big one. So it's been up for a long time. But yeah, Mini Larson has been there for a long time. We got Mini Dale Senior there. We've got a even more miniature even more miniature Kyle Larson right there. And somewhere there's a Burt Reynolds back there too. And yeah, I think that's it. I got the other ones elsewhere. And then well, there's another King right there too. Mini King, Mini Dale Senior, and I think that's Jeff Gordon. And Jeff Gordon back when he had a mullet and mustache. So those are those Fungo Pops right there. The Jeff Gordon mullet and mustache, regular Jeff Gordon Senior, and Richard Petty. So there you go. There's all the mini action figures, cardboard stand-ups, and whatnots there. Let's see. Yes, Dania, he didn't meet the minimum weight. Or Dana, sorry. Let's see. The car is too light. Probably lost the lead if I had to guess. Jones needs to eat a couple of hot dogs, says T-Van. Bring back big block engines, says Timber Ace. I don't know if that's going to happen. They might be getting smaller with electrification or just some type of BOP, balanced performance rule. Would probably be the next iteration of the engine package, if I'm guessing. If they keep one lug nut, then they should install air jacks, just like IndyCar has and IMSA, or fuel the car first, then do the tire change, says Escobar. That would probably be a fair thing, since that's how they do it in those particular disciplines as well. John P. BB, love your channel. I look forward to it every day. I want to visit someday and smash hot dogs and bush lights at the track one day. We can probably make that happen, John P. No doubt about that. Just jump into the Discord and we'll figure something out. Probably the best way to get a hold of me. The only big annoyance I had with Fox today was zooming up on all the cars. Why are they zooming in so much at Martinsville? Typical Fox, says Napa. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Were you impressed with Sammy Smith's yesterday? With Sammy Smith yesterday, says OJ and Toothpaste. I was not impressed with the move for sure, but I also am not making as big a deal out of it as everybody else, because we've seen that a million times. I don't know why all of a sudden Sammy Smith doing it is the biggest deal in the world when we've seen it for the last decade, basically, and it has not been the biggest deal in the world when other people do it. So it seems selective. Overall, though, if it affects change and we get a cleaner Xfinity and Truck Series, I'm all for it. I've just been talking about it for as long as I've had the channel now. So I don't know. Little one is actual size, larger is enhanced for detail, says Charlotte Ander. Yeah, Larson, small in stature but great in talent. No doubt about it. The short king wins. That is all there is to it. Also, Napa, I beg to differ, considering John Hunter Nemechek is 20th in owners points, and Jones was 26th pre D&Q. LOL, says Thunder. James Dennis Allen Hamlin, I believe, is one win away from tying Kyle Busch's win record at Joe Gibbs Racing. Okay, so that's interesting. I need to look that up. I do know he has tied Rusty Wallace at 11th place. Let me make sure I got my stats right here. But I think he's tied. I think they're in 11th. Yeah, so they both have 55 wins now, and they are tied for 11th. Rusty Wallace and James Dennis Allen Hamlin are now 11th place all time in NASCAR wins. So there you go. One more win, and he surpasses Rubberhead. So there you go. Legacy has improved, but not much, though, says Napa Racing Fan. Oh, they were dead last of all the teams that competed last year. So they have improved. Just they're just not championship contender yet, but they are significantly better than last year. They were getting their teeth. They were back there racing with Rick Ware racing a lot of races. Let's call it like it is. Aaron Flynn saying happy Easter to you as well. Easter a little ways off, but happy Easter indeed. They have a lot actually, says Thunder. Eminem has a song called 3 a.m. There you go. So does who is it? Is that Matchbox 20? It's 3 a.m. Must be long. Yeah, Matchbox 20. Matchbox 20 has a 3 a.m. song too. Which is far superior to the Eminem song. Although Eminem does have some good songs. Six Car is just so off, says Robert Stone. Yeah, I don't know if they're doing some R&D stuff or what, but they need to get the show on the road and get somebody else to be doing the R&D. They're a solid Mixed pack team now, says Thunder. Wouldn't shock me if they win a race this year. BB is 7th in fantasy. That dynasty is coming in strong. So there you go. We started off slow, but like me and Quattro said, and Dirty Diff, if I'm not mistaken, the real season started a few weeks ago, and you're watching the rise. You're watching us rise now. The drywall rebellion is upon us. There's no avoiding it, says Thunder. Pat McAfee loves to say the word allegedly as well. He probably loves to say the word allegedly for the same reason I love to say the word, so that you don't get sued. That's pretty much what that game's all about. True, he does, says Thunder Strikes. He's not the only one. There's a bunch of YouTubers that say it, and we all say it for the same reason. Today's race, Hot Dog, was probably more entertaining than MLS and pickleball on Fox, says Napa Race Fans. Yeah, Napa. Napa. They interesting move from Fox to put those on there, no doubt about it. Welcome the toxic table of Ty Schmidt and Boston Connor, allegedly, says in between the lanes. Yes, on the 6 car, he and the 17 from the same team. Sure, a big difference in performance, and I don't think it's Keselowski, says Ron Russell. I personally think they're trying stuff out on the 6 car, and they'll probably move that around a little bit before too long. But that's complete fan fiction theory from me. Eric Amarola was sitting on top of Seabell's pit box, says in between the lanes. Interesting for sure. I feel like Austin Hill should be getting framed a lot more on X if I feel like Austin Hill would be getting flamed a lot more on X if Sammy Smith didn't do what he did coming to the checkers. Guy was a menace all race, says Cameron Moss. So Cameron Moss, a huge fan of Austin Hill, but he was very disappointed with how he raced this weekend. That's an inside joke from the Discord. Check out Cameron Moss at South Boston Speedway in the Charger division. Pull for him in the number. Is it 29? Is it 29 or 28, Cam? I can't remember. 29. There, it's right. It's right there in his name. In the number 29 at South Boston Speedway. Good friend of the show. Good race car driver, and he helps out on some other late model endeavors too, of drivers who shall remain nameless. Let's see. Keselowski has been terrible this year. Busher has been meh, but Priest has run impressively well. I think they'll all get it together before too long, though. They'll get their notes together and they'll get it going. Brad Keselowski's not going to run them, let them run, but so bad here. BB, your NASCAR history hasn't a Cup owner ever been punished by NASCAR? Has a Cup owner ever been punished by NASCAR before? Yeah, Michael Waltrip comes is the first one that pops to mind. As far as I remember, over the fake fuel and then the race manipulation gate or whatever with Clint Boyer and them. Bowman DQ'd at the Roval. Okay, so Bowman was DQ'd at the Roval. I appreciate you there, Napa Racing fan. Evening, BB. What's up, PC Gone Road? Chris Busher enjoyed Old El Paso tacos. Sources tell me. So there you go. Old El Paso tacos were partaken of by Chris Busher, and he had plenty of time to eat them because it just was not his day on the racetrack today, for sure. Un-Chris Busher-like day for the 17. On the bright side, the Hendrick drivers have 4 top 5 spots in points. Yeah, they're a force to be reckoned with thus far in the season. Bowman got screwed by the dumb strategy today, staying out for 9 stage points in stage 1 made no sense, says Napa Racing fans. There you go. He never could get cycled back through after that stage point strategy. As a 48 fan, I think lightweighted at the road course race. So there you go. It was a road course race. I don't know why I was thinking it was Martinsville, but there you go. It all runs together after a while. Appreciate y'all picking me up though. No doubt about it. That's teamwork, and it makes the dream work. Must be the brain damage then on those pop-ups. I do not remember the mini at all, says Charlotte Ander. He's been there for a while, but there's a lot going on back there in your defense. So it's a lot going on. So some stuff blends in more than others. And I think he's been at different spots at various times. He's been in that spot for a while, but I do think I've had him on the other side before as well. Break on through to the other side. Let's see. BB has a Playgirl photo of Burt Reynolds somewhere, says T-Van. Was that Playgirl? I don't remember it being Playgirl or not. I know what you're talking about, though. And that was an interesting turn in the career of Burt Reynolds. I thought it was a pantyhose commercial or something, but I don't remember off the top of my head. RFK lacking speed. Busher has been getting good finishes, except today. Priest's team has used good strategy for stage points, and Brad is just out to lunch. They need to find speed, says Jesse Daly. Yep. RFK not as strong as they once were. Kyle Busch calls Larson Tiny Kyle. Says like dislike. So Ty Gibbs did refer to Tyler Reddick as a little MFer, if I'm not mistaken, in some radio communication. I need to look that up. I know he called him little or small or something like that, which was interesting because that's one of the few people in the garage that Ty Gibbs got the reach on, the height and reach advantage in that particular fight. Let's break it down. Ty Gibbs, 22 years, standing at 5'7". I'm going to give him a reach of, let's just be generous and give him a reach of 68 inches. And we're going to go to, let's see, Tyler Reddick here. They're in the same weight class. Tyler Reddick, 29 years of age, and he is a short king. He's a short king when they don't have the height listed. So I'm going to say 5'5". I'm going to be generous there and give him a 5'5". So 2 inches at least on the height advantage, and then I'm going to give him at least 2 or 3 inches on reach too. And they're both going to fight in the same weight class. So could be an interesting one. Ty Gibbs not going to be able to wear the helmet in the octagon there, so that could slow him down in some of the later rounds if he makes it to the later rounds without the helmet. So it's going to be an interesting fight. Should it pop off? It's not going to pop off. I'm just, I don't know. The ADD made me do that, and I apologize. But they talked after the race, and they're good. You could see them talking and having a laugh about it. So there you go. Let's see. Kyle Busch has 56 wins at Joe Gibbs Racing, says in between the lanes. So there you go. Denny Hamlin is 1 win away. 1 win away from tying Kyle Busch. So there you go. It is a thing. So that's very impressive. Although Kyle Busch does have some wins at Hendrick and RCR now as well. Tony Stewart made the top fuel. This is just a Joe Gibbs Racing stat for all those not familiar with what we were talking about way earlier in the chat. Tony Stewart made the top fuel final in NHRA. Tony is enjoying his divorce from NASCAR and marriage to the NHRA, says Napa Racing fan. Indeed. Did they not show a caution of a brake duct? I don't know. I don't know if I ever saw the brake duct. I think they talked about it. I don't know if I ever actually saw it on the racetrack. NASCAR Fantasy, let's ride, says in between the lanes. Sheldon Creed, I wish I can finally win soon. So yeah, if you missed the morning show, as we'll call it, even though it was afternoon for me, Sheldon Creed got to be punching air right now because not only did he finish second at Martinsville again, but he finished second to Austin Hill at Martinsville. And that has got to be frustrating. Like if you were making a movie, you couldn't script that. And if you did script it, people would be like, that would never happen in real life. So sometimes real life, better than the movies and anything you could script up in your head. Joey was on a mission that last run and glad he got Briscoe on the last lap. Denny putting a whooping on the field and glad for him. GGS says monster shot. So yeah, Joey definitely had a good car today. And Denny definitely, as far as without seeing a super long run, Denny Hamlin definitely was the class of the field on a mid run, short to mid run, no doubt about it. Sam Mayer was a wrecking ball in the Xfinity Series race as well, says like dislike. Friend of the program, as Pat McAfee likes to say. Let's not get too worried about Brad K yet. I agree with you, Thunder. As I say, we all need to wait 12 races before evaluating drivers. That's probably a fair assessment. I'm in the Hornets, but yeah, thanks for the shout out. Sorry, Hornets is what I meant. They need to get back in the race vlog game soon as well. Yeah, so there you go. He does have a lot of race vlogs, so check out his channel if you want to see live action from the Hornets, and then just some live action from just other events that he's gone to. He's got the Ross Chastain Hail Melon, and that was the video used on my channel. Appreciate you looking out there, Cameron. When that happens, so if you want to see the Hail Melon over and over again, go check out Cameron's channel. He's got a lot of good content up over there, and a few. I think you got some tank stuff up there too, if I remember correctly. So there you go. Cameron Moss in the house. Let's see. Chase Elliott pretended to drink and enjoy Coke. Sources tell me, says Napa Race fan, the most punished NASCAR owner is Smokey Unick. They ran him out of NASCAR and have yet to put him in the Hall of Fame. I agree with you, Escobar. It's absolute bullcrap that he's not in the Hall of Fame. Total snub job from NASCAR as far as that goes, no doubt about it. Let's see. Thanks for another great live. Where is the next race, BB? Oh, let's see. The next race is going to be at Darlington. My next race, I don't know. For me, it's probably going to be Ace Speedway or South Boston. As far as that goes, I think Lane Woods has got one at Ace, and then we're going to South Boston, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Napa Racing Fan, you got good sources, I see. Says in between the lanes. Jamie is the next. Jamie, the next race is at Darlington. Napa Racing Fan saying yes. The thing where all the Coke drivers have a Coke bottle to drink for every interview is a little ridiculous, says Napa Racing Fan. Yeah, I know Monster Energy just puts water in the cans. So they're really, a lot of them are really drinking. Haley Deegan told everybody about that way back in the day. So a lot of times when you see them drinking that stuff, it's really water in the bottle. So that's pretty cool as well. Even when the leader is all wrecked, Sheldon Creed still finishes second place. Nobody was selling OK Chase in second place out. He wasn't pulling wins right away, says Charlotte. So there you go. That's a fair statement as well. I still believe Alex Bowman going flying at the Roval was the reason for the weight issue. Unfortunately, Hendrick could not prove it, says Joseph Wooten. Indeed, it could have been. It could have had something to do with it for sure. The pit stop with BB says in between the lanes. Hey, there you go. The pit stop with BB on the BBC. Let's see. Avalon Band, Kyle Painter, my man. What's up, Avalon Band? Always good to see you on here. Check them out on Twitter. They do great music. So check them out. Book them if you need a band there. Sources tell me Ryan Blaney drank body armor after the race. Says in between the lanes. He definitely drinks the body armor water. I don't know if he's ever. I don't know if I've ever seen him drinking an actual flavor. It's usually just the water. Maybe he drank the Kobe one when he did the Kobe skiing. But other than that, it's normally the body armor water. Sources tell me Ryan Blaney. I just read that one. Josh Berry should have stayed out of stage one for the end of stage one. Just got the stage dub, then came into a far less crowded pit. I'm frustrated about that, says the pace lap. Yeah, a tough day for old Berry there. He had a good car, a little damage on pit road, and that kind of was all she wrote for him, unfortunately. But did lead the first laps there since Ricky Rudd. First laps for the Wood brothers there since Ricky Rudd for the Woods. Josh Berry still has a Sunny D bottle. Says in between the lanes. I hope in the Xfinity race next week will help Elliott improve at Darlington. Yeah. He's pretty good at Darlington. I don't know how much he needs to improve. He had one of them basically won before him and Martin Truex Jr. tangled there. I liked when Denny and Joey were part of the Coca-Cola racing family road trip after they crashed and Denny broke his back. They had him wearing a neck pillow in the next commercial, says Charlotte Ander. That's pretty fun. I need to go back and look at that. I never caught that. So that's pretty funny. How annoying is it when Xfinity drivers say as fast as Xfinity internet, says OJ and toothpaste? It gets pretty old pretty fast. So, but we don't have to worry about it allegedly next season. They should bring back the Coca-Cola racing family ads. They were pretty fun. I want to mute it every time faster than Xfinity 10G internet, says Charlotte. I think a lot of people do, but that's how they get paid, so they got to say it. Elliott has been so great at Darlington with the current Cup car. Hasn't been so great at Darlington with the current Cup car, says Napa Racing Fan. That's a fair point. But neither was Denny Hamlin at Martinsville, so maybe this is the year. 3 takeaways from today's race, says one wise guy. The tire was good. The car at Martinsville is still bad. And like I told everyone, Denny Hamlin can still get it done at Martinsville. Those are the 3 takeaways. And also I whiffed on Shane Van Gisbergen. I really expected him to run well today. So Trackhouse really got to get that third team going. They're not doing him any justice in his rookie season, in my opinion. So hopefully they get that going over there. I'm as fast as Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota Camry XSE. Sources tell me, says in between the lane. Who had the fastest lap for the Xfinity award today, says the pace lap. That would be James Dennis Allen Hamlin with the fastest lap on this day. Tire was good, but it can still be a bit more soft. Could be, but I think you're getting as good a race as you're going to get as far as what you can do with the tire. Now they got to do something with the car, and I know you're on board with that too because we just talked about it a minute ago. Charlotte, but this tire, I feel like this is as good a race as it's going to give you. You can make it softer, you can have more fall off, and the drivers would still have to manage it more, but you still got to there's still going to have to be a few more tweaks to this car. to make it the type of racing you want to see. Are you starting a 3-car Cup team? You get 2 Xfinity drivers, 1 truck driver. Who do you take? Truck driver going to be either Corey Heim or Lane Riggs. Xfinity drivers, give me Voppel there, and ooh, what would be the other Xfinity Series driver? I'm gonna take Ryan Sieg. I'd like to see what Ryan Sieg could do in good equipment. Like I know he's got his own equipment and they're doing as good a job as they can do over there. Give me Ryan Sieg because I think I can. I think I could turn some heads with that. And we'll have an all-star car so we can get Kyle Sieg and Kyle Weatherman some all-star starts. So there you go. There you go. That would be the lineup given that criteria. Catch y'all on the flip side, says one wise guy. Against the world, we need more power and more tire wear. Denny is far from done in Cup, says an Apple Racer fan. There you go. Those are some good takeaways too. I enjoy actions detrimental. Sources tell me, says in between the lanes. The issue with SVG's team is SVG. He just isn't as good now that he doesn't race road courses full time. He's losing his edge over the other Cup drivers and road courses, says Escobar. I wouldn't be surprised if Denny goes until he's 50. It wouldn't surprise me either. He wants a championship really bad, regardless of what he says in public. Horsepower and tires were good, says Daniel Miley. Oh, yeah, definitely car is still not primed for short track racing. I'm a huge Ryan Sieg fan. Good pick on the 39. Yeah, me too. I would like to see what he could do in the best of the best equipment. I think he would F him up, to be honest with you. I think the dude's got a ton of talent. I'd love to see him in some primo equipment, no doubt about it. 38 more laps led. Denny Hamlin has over Joey for the 2025 season laps led, by the way. Says Jamie Swicer. There you go. Denny Hamlin takes the lead in overall laps led in 2025 with this one. I like to see Sieg run well. Isn't that a family team? It is a family team for sure. Richard Petty raced in his 50s, says PC on road. Yeah, Richard Petty raced in a bunch of different eras for sure. So he super interesting career for sure. Even though he didn't get any wins in the 90s, he did race into the 1990s and his 50s. So pretty cool deal. All right. Looks like we reached the end of it. Final results of the full question. 53% saying yes. Has this Goodyear tire fixed the car at Martinsville? So there you go. 74 votes in, 53% saying yes. The tire did fix it. Let's see. Charlotte is a family team, but one of my friends works there. He's a good guy. Says Thunder, do they have an alliance with anyone or is it factory support? Says Charlotte. I would love to see NASCAR test smaller tires, more horsepower on the short tracks. I'd love to see a narrower tire or a tire with some tread on it, some grooves to limit the grip a little bit for sure. They have an alliance with SHR. The 39 does, says Thunderstrike. So there you go. There is the answer. All right. That's the end of this one for good. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, peace.